Hello, everybody. Looks like the gauge says it's empty. Let's take a walk into the kitchen and see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a good treat. This is a collaboration between Coronado Brewing and Cigar City. This is their Jurata Baltic Porter. And this is a 8%er. IBUs, it says here, is 30. 8% is what's written on the bottle. And they've got a pronunciation, Uriah, not Jurata, Uriah, or Urata. It's not English, as I usually butcher it all up, guys. Y'all know that by now. And on the back of the bottle, the same thing. It's got written for the commercial description here, so I will read that to you. When naming this Baltic Porter a collaboration with Tampa's famed Cigar City Brewing, we opted for Jurata as a nod to a mythological mermaid known to roam the depths of the Baltic Sea. Just as energetic yeast used to brew this deep dark beer navigated our fermentation tanks, dive in and enjoy Jurata, true to style, rich and complex flavors. Food pairings for this type of beer, Baltic Porter, says here, cuisine is barbecue, cheese are earthy Camembert Fontina, the meat is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat, glass for the pint, Bacaronic tumbler, mug, stein, and side ale. I've got the double glass today, guys, and it says here can be cellared for long periods under the proper conditions, being a porter at 8%. I don't doubt that whatsoever. And I don't think these guys, I know Cigar City dates their stuff, but I don't think Coronado does. And I think this one was probably brewed at Coronado because it's got their cap on it. So let's get it in the glass and see what this Baltic Porter is about. I'm going to point it pretty aggressive down the center here, guys. Not a monster head, not very carbonated. About a half a finger of carbonation, or head if you want to call it that. Over into the light. I'm not getting a whole lot. It didn't pour dark, super dark, but I'm not getting anything in this particular glass with the big bulb. Not even around the outside edges. I'm not getting a whole lot of ruby red tinges or anything. It's pretty dark. Pretty dark beer. Looks pretty good though. Let's get a nose on it. I'm getting the cocoa. Light hints of coffee, maybe just a slight hint of some dark fruit there. Not a lot though. The roasted malt is basically more of what I'm getting on the nose. Now it's cold right out of the fridge. And that may change a little bit as it warms up to room temperature. And the head is already dissipated. It's just barely covering the top of the beer now. Smells nice, rich, and roasty as of right now, chilled out of the fridge. Well, let's give it a taste, see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Definitely nice roasted malt. A hint of cocoa. Very nice porter. Very, very nice porter. Got a very pleasant taste. I'm not getting any of the alcohol. Very well made beer. A nice collaboration effort between these two brewers. It is sweating profusely. I am not seeing, like I said, I think Coronado bottled this one. Seeing that there was their cap on top of it, not Cigar City's. But I'm not seeing any kind of dating on here. But we'll take a closer look again, but I don't think it's dated. And being an 8%er, it's not that critical. But I would like to see a year on these kind of beers, guys. So let's let it warm up. Now see what we end up with. Definitely got the almost to the burnt characteristics on the malt, and slight hints of some cocoa in there. It's not super sweet. You can tell it's not a milk stout or a sweet stout. A little bit on the bitter side on the sweetness. But we'll see where it ends up. Let's let it warm up. Might fire up a nice cigar to go with this while I'm sipping on it, and we'll come back and do the final chug on this one. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. It's very tasty. I'm getting the rich roasted almost to the burnt characteristics of the malt. Slight hints of coffee, not much. I mean, it's not a coffee stout or porter by any means. Just a slight hint of maybe some raisins or plums or something in there. Very easy drinking for an 8%er. The only fuss I've got about this beer, this is a brewed once beer, collaboration between Cigar City and Coronado. And Cigar City dates their stuff, and Coronado does not. Seemed like Cigar City would have some influence there. Evidently Coronado doesn't have the ability to date, and they are a big enough brewery to be able to do that. And this is a silk screen bottle. I mean, all this is silk screened on a bottle, brewed one time, and they cannot put the year on there. I don't understand that. That blows my mind that they can't put 2015 edition or 2014 vintage or whatever, because they only do it one time. They're not going to reuse these bottles. It just blows my mind that Coronado doesn't think it's important to put the year on there. You don't need the month. You don't need the day. We would like to see the vintage on there. This was done in 2014. This was done in 2013. This is done in 2015. So you'll know. So I got a problem with that, guys. They need to put the vintage on, especially if it's a brewed once beer, a collaboration beer, only going to be done one damn time. Then they can't do that. So Coronado, thumbs down to you guys out there. Y'all need to get your shit together. You need to start dating your stuff. And it's probably a good thing that I can't get your beers here, because I would leave them on the shelf with no date. Cigar City has stepped up to the plate. They are dating their stuff now. So Cigar City, if you do another collaboration with Coronado, brew it in Cigar City where you can date it. Of course, Coronado don't have a clue. They don't have a clue at all, evidently, because there is no date at all on this, what year that it was put in the bottle. So let's do the final chug on this. Nice aroma, very nice. A very nice Baltic porter. Live on the light side as far as the taste, I mean as far as the body and the mouthfeel. But a lot of flavors in there with the roasted malt and the caramel and toffee going on in there, and just some slight hints of some coffee and some dark fruit. Very slight, very, very slight. Nice. I enjoyed this one. This is very tasty. Not to what I was expecting. I was expecting just a little bit more going on as far as the dark fruit, and maybe some coffee or chocolate going on in there. But roasted malt toffee caramel and just some slight hints of some dark fruit, not much. Guys, as far as I'm concerned, this is an 8 beer in a 7 bottle. A beer in a B plus bottle. A minus beer in a B plus bottle. That's what I'm going to give it. I'm gonna give it to B plus. So this is a 7 as far as I'm concerned, guys, because there's no vintage on the bottle. They don't seem to find it necessary to do that at Coronado, and I got a problem with that. So until these guys wake up and smell the roses and step up to the plate, at least put a vintage on these type of beers. It's only brewed once. They only did it one time. It's a collaboration effort between 2 breweries. They printed these silkscreen bottles up for one beer, and they don't find it necessary to put that information on there, and I think that sucks. So that's where I'm going to leave it on this. I'm not going to harp on it for 20 minutes. Coronado, get your shit together, guys. You need to put a damn vintage on beers like this. It's a 7. As far as I'm concerned, that's what I'm giving it, B plus. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 83. If I was putting a number on this beer, because it has no vintage on it, it would probably be an 88 or an 89, somewhere in that area. Not to the A category as far as I'm concerned. Just because of that. If it had a vintage on it, I'd probably say it was a 90 or a 91. But we have no idea. It's not going to be detrimental to the beer because this beer is going to keep for a while, but we need to have that information. Because as a consumer going into the beer store, you see this, you pick it up. Well, how long is it? When was this done? I mean, has it been in a bottle for a year or two, which is not going to hurt it. But we would like to know when it was put in there, since it was a collaboration effort between you 2 guys. It's only brewed once, and it's everything's silkscreen on the bottle, but you couldn't put the vintage on there. I don't understand that. It blows my mind. Just blows my mind. That you can't do that. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I think that sucks. I really think that sucks. All right, over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says 93 overall, and I wouldn't go that far without a vintage on it, and 77 in the style. So, like I said, guys, if I was putting a numeric rating on the information I'm getting on this bottle, 88 or 89. So, if you've had this one from Coronado Brewing / Cigar City, their brewed once beer collaboration, and according to the bottle, it is pronounced Jurata. 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 I'm glad they put that little pronunciation there so we know how to pronounce some of this stuff, because without that, I'm going to call it Jurata, because that's how it's fucking written. So with that being said, if you've had this one from them, let me know what you think of it, guys. I wasn't blown away with it, but I think it was a nice effort for an 8% Baltic porter. I would have liked a little creamier mouthfeel. I would like a little more dark fruit in this, but depending on the style, Baltic porter, a lot of them are a little on the lighter side in this style. So with that being said, it was a nice representation of a Baltic porter. So if you've had it, let me know what you think, and as always, let's come on back tomorrow and take that walk into the kitchen and see what's in the fridge. See you then.